I get the call from the hospital to come to the hospital.
Me llamaron para que fuera al hospital.
So this is going to be fun. We're going to have a new baby.
Esto va a ser tremendo, alegría, vamos a tener un baby nuevo.
The word was that Becky's baby was stillborn and it was not alive inside of her.
La noticia era de que el bebé de Becky estaba muerto en el estómago, en la barriga.
I still remember in my 20s, I didn't know what to say.
Estaba en mis 20 años pastoreando, no sabía qué decir.
And I walked in and Becky put her hand out at the bed when I was there. She wanted me to hold her hand.
Becky quería que yo levantara la mano.
I was 27, she was about 23.
Yo tenía 27 y ella como 23.
So I held her hand and talked to her for a moment, and all I knew to say was, Becky, I'm just so sorry you're going through such a horrible time.
Solamente no sabía qué decirle, dije, yo sé que estás pasando por un momento terrible.
And she looked up at me and tears started rolling out of her eyes.
Y ella empezó a mirarme y lágrimas comenzaron a
laying on the bed.
de sus ojos.
And she said to me,
Y ella me dijo,
this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
esta es la peor cosa que me ha podido pasar. Pero
if God can use it for His glory,
si Dios lo puede usar para su gloria,
it will be worth it all.
Todo valió la pena.
When my mother passed away last year, she was 99.
Cuando mi mamá se murió el año pasado, ella era 99.
Becky and Randy came to my mother's funeral.
Becky y Randy vinieron al funeral de mi mamá.
And when they came by, I hugged her and hadn't seen her for years and years. I said, Becky, I have told your story around the world.
Los abracé hace tiempo que no los veía. Y le dije, Becky, yo he dicho tu historia en casi el mundo entero.
And she said, it's not over.
Y ella dijo, todavía no he terminado.
I said, tell me.
Y le dijo, dime.
She said, I've been a part of an organization that ministers to mothers whose children have died or been born with severe defects.
Pertenezco a una organización donde las madres, los niños mueren o nacen con una gran deficiencia física.
She said, I've been able to tell my story to over 200 young mothers.
Le he dicho mi historia a más de 200 madres jóvenes.
And share the love of Jesus with them.
Y le transmito el amor de Dios a ellas.
I felt like she was serious when she told me that 45 years ago, but I didn't know that God would use her like that.
Yo no sabía que ella estuviera tan seria cuando me dijo que si era para Dios que valía la pena, pero 45 años hoy veo que sí, que es cierto. Todo valió la pena para glorificar a Dios.
And we can also praise the Lord together that her and Randy had 2 children and she has grandchildren of her own now.
Tiene 2 hijos y tiene nietos ya.
Well, it's time for us to close, but here's how this seems to work best for me.
Es tiempo para terminar, pero quiero ver cómo esto trabaja mejor para mí. Quiero decir,
how can I glorify God?
¿cómo yo puedo glorificar a Dios?
With what I eat, what I drink, wherever I go.
Con lo que yo como, con lo que yo bebo, donde quiera que vaya.
Whatever I watch on television.
Cualquier cosa que vea en televisión.
Whatever I say.
Cuidado con lo que yo diga.
The way I treat my wife.
De la manera que trato a mi esposa.
Is God being glorified in all?
Dios está siendo glorificado en todo esto.
The way I plan my schedule each week, is God being glorified?
Y de la manera que preparo mi agenda cada semana, ¿estamos glorificando a Dios?
This time last year, well, in the early spring last year,
en la primavera del año pasado,
I got in an airplane and flew to Ohio to see my mother.
Tomé avión y viajé para Ohio a ver mi mamá.
She was 99 and she was dying of stage 4 cancer.
Ella era 99 y estaba muriendo de cáncer estado número 4.
I walked in the little nursing home where she was.
Caminé en ese cuarto pequeño de cuidado de ancianos donde ella estaba.
And when I poked my head in the door, she was setting up in a chair.
Y cuando me asomo mi cabeza por la puerta, ella estaba sentada en la silla.
Ah, glory to God. This is a good day for my mother.
Wow, qué bueno, glorifico a Dios, este es un día bonito para mi mamá, bueno.
So I was walking over to hug her in the chair, and she jumped up like she was 19 years old.
Voy a caminar para abrazarle la tele y ella cae parada y brinca como si fuera 19, como si tuviera 19 años.
She put her arms out, hugged me. And then she looked at me and she said, "Oh, baby, how are you doing?"
Ella me abrazó y me dijo, "Oh, baby, ¿cómo tú estás?"
And I said, "Mother, I'm doing fine. I just flew 1,000 miles to find out how you're doing."
Mamá, estoy bien. Yo viajé 1000 millas, pero es para saber cómo tú estás.
She said, "Honey, I'm doing great."
Mi amor, yo estoy muy bien.
She was dying.
Ella estaba muriendo.
And then she said,
Y después ella dijo,
"Every morning when I wake up,
todas las mañanas cuando despierto,
I ask the Lord,
le pido a Dios,
lead me today
llévame hoy
to the person who needs you the most."
a la persona que te necesita más.
I felt like the Holy Spirit kicked me right back here
Me sentí como si el Espíritu Santo me hubiera dado un golpe en la espalda.
and said to me,
Y me dijo,
"Your mother wants to get everyone in this nursing home saved before she dies.
tu mamá quiere que todo el mundo aquí en este cuidado de ancianos sea salvo antes de que ella muera.
What are you doing for me?"
¿Qué tú estás haciendo por mí?
I've tried to pray that prayer every morning since that day.
Yo trato de orar esa oración toda la mañana desde ese día.
Lord, lead me today
El Señor, guíame hoy, llévame hoy
to the person who needs you the
a
most.
la persona que más te necesite.
It has changed my life.
Ha cambiado mi vida.
I'm 69 years old. It's changed my life.
I'm 19 years old, 69. 69 years old. 69.
Because now I've tried to pray that prayer.
Porque ahora estoy orando esa oración.
I leave the house
Yo salgo de la casa
and I'm wondering, Lord, where are you going to lead me today?
y estoy pensando que Dios, ¿dónde me vas a guiar hoy? ¿A quién me vas a guiar hoy?
I've had the chance in grocery stores
He tenido chance en la tienda de supermercado
to encourage people.
para animar personas.
In my own office where I work, to encourage people.
En mi oficina de trabajo, animar
In
personas.
my own family,
En mi propia familia,
with neighbors,
con los vecinos,
with people I've never met before.
con personas que nunca he conocido antes.
Just a kind word.
Eso es solamente una palabra de amor.
Sometimes it's someone in a restaurant where I'm eating.
A veces hay alguien en el restaurante donde estoy comiendo.
The other day, as I was there, I said to the girl, I was all by myself,
Estaba ahí, estaba solo.
and I said, I'm going to be praying for my food in a moment when you bring it.
Le dije a la muchacha, voy a estar orando por mi comida cuando me la traigas.
Is there anything I could pray for you about?
¿Hay algo que tú quieres que yo ore por ti?
And at first, she was resistant.
Y primero estaba un poquito como resistiendo.
Then her eyes got wet.
Y los ojos se me mojaron.
She said, I'm going through a divorce.
Estoy ahora mismo en un divorcio.
She was a young mother.
Era una mamá joven.
And she said, I would appreciate if you would pray for me.
Te agradecería mucho si oraras por mí.
I don't think I would have even done that if I hadn't started praying this prayer.
Yo creía que yo estoy seguro que nunca hubiera hecho eso si no hubiera empezado a orar esta oración.
Because the Lord kind of heightens your spiritual radar, you know.
Sí, porque Dios está pendiente a tu radar.
I'm not saying it's about me.
Yo no estoy diciendo que se trata de
I
mí.
don't mean that.
No, yo no estoy diciendo eso.
But for me, it's a part of how I glorify God.
Pero para mí es una parte de cómo yo glorifico a Dios ahora.
And for you, at school, think about this. You young students at school,
Los jóvenes aquí que están en la escuela, para
or
aquí en
at
la escuela,
college, wherever it might be,
los que están en colegio,
and a new person's at school you've never seen before,
hay una persona nueva en la escuela que tú nunca has
and
visto,
they're at the cafeteria,
están en la cafetería
and they're sitting at a table by themselves,
y están sentados en una mesa solo para ellos
and
solos,
you're over here with all your friends.
y tú estás aquí con todos tus amigos.
What's a Christian to do?
¿Qué debe de un cristiano?
Excuse yourself from those folks there,
Excusarte de tus amigos por un momento
and you walk over to the new person,
y caminas a esta persona nueva
and you sit down and have lunch there.
y tú te sientas con ellos a tener noche.
You just be kind to them.
Y solamente sé buena gente con ellos.
In the name of Jesus.
En el nombre de Jesús.
My guess is that most of you are living what I'm talking about.
Yo presiento que ustedes casi todos están viviendo lo que yo he predicado.
But some of you who might be a little older, my age, or a little younger than me, I think everybody here is younger than me, but anyway.
Yo creo que algunos de ustedes son más o menos jóvenes de mi edad, pero creo que casi todos son menores que yo.
But you might have prayed this prayer 20 or 30 years ago.
Pero quizás tú oraste esta oración 20 o 30 años atrás.
And the longer we serve the Lord,
Y mientras más tiempo le servamos a Dios,
the fewer unsaved people we know.
muchas veces sentimos las personas que no son salvas.
Because our world becomes the church.
Porque nosotros venimos a la iglesia.
Jesus sends us out. He sent the disciples out into the world
Jesús envió a sus discípulos afuera al mundo
to be in the world,
para que estuvieran en el mundo,
but not of the world.
no ahora,
To make a difference out there.
no fuera del mundo,
To make a difference out there.
para hacer una diferencia de afuera. Te mandó al mundo, aunque no eres del mundo, para que le prediques al mundo.
So this morning, I sense that maybe some of you, maybe all of us, just need to pray and ask the Lord to help us
Yes.
to be in a place where we're glorifying Him. You see, the Holy Spirit, each of us have a throne inside of our heart.
Todos nosotros tenemos un trono en el corazón.
And the question is, who's sitting on that throne?
Y la pregunta es quién está sentado en ese trono.
If I'm sitting on the throne, there are big problems in my life.
Si estoy sentándome yo mismo en el trono, tengo problemas.
But if the Holy Spirit's sitting on the throne,
Pero si el Espíritu Santo está sentado en ese trono,
when we're tempted to do something wrong or say something wrong,
cuando se ha tentado a hacer algo equivocado o decir algo equivocado,
it's the Holy Spirit that's saying, wait a minute,
el Espíritu Santo va a decir, para un momento,
don't do that.
no lo hagas.
You need to say you're sorry for that.
Que necesitas decir que lo sientes por eso.
I'm asking you to take this responsibility. I want you to be an usher at church. I want you to help out, whatever it might be. Okay, Holy Spirit, I'm going to follow you.
Ok, si tú tienes que ser mujer de la casa o tienes que hacer lo que tengas que trabajar, hazle caso al Espíritu. Ok, Espíritu Santo, te voy a hacer caso.
To glorify you.
Para glorificarte.
There's no better way to live.
No hay una manera mejor de vivir.
For me personally,
Para mí personalmente,
you know, sometimes, like, my responsibilities include giving oversight to over 20,000 people in the state.
mi responsabilidad es darle lo que está pasando a más de 20,000 personas
And over 400 pastors.
y como 400 pastores.
So, what the devil wants me to do is just to look at that as this big group.
El diablo lo que quiere es que yo lo vea solamente como un grupo grande.
But through my mother's prayer,
Pero a través de la oración de mi mamá,
it was like a new revival in my heart.
fue como un avivamiento nuevo en mi corazón.
All of those people are important.
Todas estas personas son importantes.
But my best work, Lord, can be done every day, glorifying you wherever I am.
Pero mi mejor trabajo lo puedo hacer todos los días, donde quiera que voy, glorificándote a ti.
So help us, Lord, to be faithful.
Listo, ¿no?
I don't know if you've got a closing song or something you want to sing. It's fine. Why don't you pray right there? Father in heaven,
Father in heaven,
we are so honored and privileged to be in your house today. We sense you. We don't sense you are here. We know you're here. We know you are here in the midst. And Lord, as the devil tries to beat these precious people down every day,
Mientras el diablo trata de matar a estas personas, maltratarlas día a día,
as he tries to discourage them,
trata de desanimarlos.
we are praying, oh Lord, for your shining light of your love and grace to empower.
Oh Dios del cielo, Señor Espíritu Santo, oramos que la luz tuya nos ilumine y nos alumbre.
They know may they know, oh Lord, that you are there, that they are your child.
Que ellos sepan, Espíritu Santo, que tú eres de ellos, que ellos son tus hijos.
And they are called to represent you in this world.
Y están llamados a representarte a ti, Dios, en este mundo.
Empower us, Lord, we pray,
Llénanos de poder, Dios, con la oración que hacemos.
so that our lives will bless you
Que nuestras vidas te bendigan a ti, Dios.
and bless others.
Y podamos bendecir a otros.
In Christ's name we pray.
En el nombre de Jesús oramos.
Amen.
Amén. Amén. Thank you. Santo Jesús. Puede tomar asiento. You may be seated. Right. Dr. Larry Dennis, another thing that you don't know, you're just going to find out now. I told you we'll be preaching for 7 nights. For the first 7 nights, the first fruit. Tonight is going to be the 6th. Last night, the preaching was about looking for other people, bringing other people to church.
Glory.
And now you're confirming that with the message today. Oh, we got to glorify God. Lo que se predicó anoche, lo que el doctor Larry Dennis nos dijo hoy, wow, qué cool. La oración de his mother may change his life. Esa es la oración que nosotros debemos hacer para que cambie nuestra vida. I want to ask you a favor. I want you to pray to us the prayer that your mother did for you. To lead us into the people who need the most. Can you do that for us? Pray for our church because we want to be more diligent about evangelizing the people. We got everything here. We united. We got everything ordered and everything. But we, all the church, the whole church of the Christ, we misunderstanding or putting on the side God very important element.
That's right.
So I want you to pray that you want to do for you, give it to us.
Please remember. Please the church of Jesus Christ, from the very beginning, was all about reaching the poor and the hurting and the broken. That's our roots in the family of God. And as we look at people, everybody has to be equal to us. Everybody has to, we have to see everyone, no matter what color they are, no matter where they come from. They have to be important and valuable to God and to us. And so, if you pray this prayer, the important thing is, you're doing it without any restrictions. Because sometimes the people that might need God the most that day might be the last person you would want to talk to. So we trust Him with this. Lead us through it. Just repeat after me if you would. Christ Jesus.
Christ Jesus.
Please lead me today.
Please lead me today
to the person
to the person
who needs you the most.
who needs you the most.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
You might be seated. Puedes tomar asiento. Nos vamos a despedir. El servicio ha sido glorioso. Thank you. I wish you could stay 20 years more, 30 years more with us as a superintendent. If I would say in the district events, if I raise my hand and I say, I don't want him to retire, I want him to stay, can they listen to me? Well, we're not supposed to lie, because we say that you 50. from the first time I met you, like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, it was, came. I got connected with you. And I love you. Vamos a dar un aplauso a Jesús. Voy a pedir a mi hermana América, que ella es Spanish, que pase por aquí y nos despida.